Hello, my name is Logan Fackrell, and I decided to do a case study for affordable parking near classrooms at Utah State University. The problem is there are 28,000 total students at Utah State University, and 15,000 of those commute. Now, as you can see here on the top right in the yellow in this picture, that is the north side of the campus, and the yellow spots is where the students can park. There is ample amount of parking in this area, but it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to walk from the northernmost parking lots all the way down to the south end, which you can see on the left side here. And that is where most of the classes are. Now, there are some shuttles and things that can take you from the south end to the north end, but you never know how busy those are going to be and if they're going to be available. And you never know if one's been decommissioned or shut down or full. There's just so many problems that can go on with those. So a lot of times you're stuck walking. Now, yellow parking passes are about $100 for the school year, which I will admit is reasonable, but the blue parking passes, which are going to be found here on the left-hand side, on the south side of the campus, those are about $200 a semester, and it's not even a lot of space. Most of the time when you go, it's going to be packed. You're probably not going to get a spot, and it's just kind of a cluster down there and something that I think Utah State needs to deal with. My solution would be this. This is a zoomed in picture of the south side of campus. As you can see here, I've in red blocked off Big Blue Terrace, the gateway, and this third little area here that on the right, that's white. Now for the Big Blue Terrace and Gateway Terrace, those are currently public parking and metered parking, so a student could go in there, but the longer you stay in there, the more you're going to pay. I've personally used those, and it hasn't been good. I've racked up, $10-15 in a day, which can add up if that's what you're doing daily because you can't find parking. Now, the Gateway Terrace is the same thing, in the same example as the Big Blue Terrace. I think that there is ample enough space in the TSC visitor lot for visitors to come, or they could park just north in the Hyper parking lot or Legacy Fields, which is just north of the Hyper. There are so many places to park close enough for visitors. Now, this on the right hand side, this little area, that is a piece of land owned by Utah State University. It is just grass and trees that are there. There's no building or anything on it. It's not being used for anything. I think this could be another solution and something Utah State should take into advice when they look to expand the university, that this little part right here, this could help. Now, I think that you could build this into a parking lot, another blue one. I also think that these blue, they are about $200. I think they should at least cut that in half to about $100 to make it more reasonable for students to buy, because you're thinking $200 may not be much, but to a student, that could be a month or two of groceries. It could be school supplies. Could be so many things that we need because most of us are working and paying rent, and $200 goes a long way for a student. Now, the budget for this parking lot that could be built would be pretty easy. Realistically, it's going to cost about $4 to pave the parking lot. It's about 15,000 square feet, and that's me being generous. It probably isn't that big, and it'll be about $60,000 now to a school who makes multi-million dollars a year. That is pretty reasonable. All right, so in conclusion, it's these solutions to the problems are gonna save students money. It's gonna give them a better daily life by causing less stress of where you're gonna park, not only to class, but also when you have to take a test. That's just the last thing you wanna worry about. And it's gonna save you time. It could potentially cut off an hour of just walking to and from your car or riding the shuttle and trying to figure out everything there. This is something that just makes sense and that Utah State University should consider. And here's my works cited. Thank you for listening, and I appreciate your time.